we are here in the lovely city of Redmond, just north of Bend in the middle of Oregon. And we are with my buddy Jason. How's it going?
Good. How's it going, John?
Going well. So we're out here shooting a match at COSA. It's one of my favorite ranges to shoot at. I know it is yours. You're a member out there.
Correct.
And here we are in Jason's reloading cave. So we have the firearm containment unit. We've got a 650. We've got a V4. We've got a 550. We've got a CPS. I mean, you got all the toys, right? I mean, this is the fun stuff. We got the Gerode back there. We got this little baby. In fact, I think you just picked this up today, right?
Yes, I did.
So this makes a trio of
X-rings and Bordens.
X-rings and Bordens. So all three are X-ring stocks now. All three are Bordens.
Yes.
Right bolt, right port.
Correct.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So is it replacing something, or is this going to be just another one in your arsenal?
It's another one in the arsenal.
All right. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Now, Jason and I have known each other for a little while. We met, I think it was either 2018, 2019 back at Nationals, and also shooting locally at my club here. We've become pretty good friends. We stay at his house when he comes out here, and we hang out a lot when he comes out to our side. And, but you've been shooting pretty much your whole life, right?
Yeah, I started as a kid shooting 22s, 5, 6 years old, and has gone from there.
Yeah. And competitive wise, F-Class isn't your first journey into competitive shooting, right?
No, I've competed in IPSC action pistol, got up into the upper B, lower A classification, which is pretty good. Also have competed in 3-gun, shot a lot of skeet. In younger years, I also shot cross course high power with a AR-15 and a sling. So yeah, pretty much anything that involves shooting, I'm in.
And you do F-Class competitively, but I know you spend a lot of time with your family. You guys go out, you shoot pistol, 223.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the fun stuff, right? Shotgun
Yep.
still.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's cool. It's really easy to get buried in one discipline or one kind of shooting, so it's great to see that you still spend time with the family doing other stuff. So, we're looking around the room here. We're seeing all this kind of, different equipment that we've got. When you look at your tools that you've got here, what's the tool that I just couldn't pry out of your hands?
Gerode trimmer.
Gerode trimmer. So that's this beauty over here.
Yeah.
I think that's, I can't remember how many, I would say all but one of my reloading room confessions. The Gerode trimmer was there. Don't pry it away from me.
Yeah, if anybody's spent any amount of time trying to trim a couple hundred pieces of brass with the old lathe style trimmers, you find out real quick that's your least favorite step of anything.
Yeah, no, it's true. What is your, I don't want to say least favorite tool, but what's the tool you wish you didn't have to use?
Turn case necks.
Yeah, so your neck turner?
Yes, sir.
All right. But you still do it?
I still do it. Several years ago, I was struggling and I couldn't figure it out, and a local guy said, well, how much neck clearance do you have? And there was a deer in the headlights look, because I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, measure that, find out what the reamer was cut for, and then that's when it dawned on me that I didn't have enough neck clearance.
Huh.
To this day, I still don't have my own chamber reamer. I have a good friend, Jeremy, that cuts my barrels for me.
Is that the same Jeremy that we did a video on
Yes.
last year?
Yep.
Okay.
With JTS Precision.
Yeah, JTS Precision.
And so I know that chamber has a 317 neck, so I knew that I needed to turn case necks. It's not my favorite, but I think that it's beneficial from testing that I've done before and after.
So for you, it's more of like a reassurance. It's one thing that you know is under your control that isn't going to get messed up.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, that's totally fair.
You can mess up trimming.
Well,
I've had to throw away some perfectly
from
good
turning.
brass.
Yeah. No, I hear you there. I'm assuming obviously F-Class is your favorite discipline to shoot, but is that a flavor of the month thing, or has it kind of been just a journey and this is really, you've landed on something that you really truly love?
It's my thing now. I love shooting F-Class. I love shooting 1,000 yards. I still dabble in the other sports, shooting sports, not near as often, but this is a fairly expensive sport, and Mama told me I had to choose one. So.
I think a lot of people are in that boat.
Yeah.
So obviously you get a lot of family support, so that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things about Jason is he's had really just a really great career so far. In how long you been shooting F-Class?
6 years now.
6 years? Okay. So in 6 years, so that would mean 5 years in, check out this accomplishment. Last year, Jason just absolutely tore it up at the Oregon State Championship. Won that. A month later, what was it? What was the next match in September?
That was the Northern Rockies F-Class Regional up at Deep Creek in Montana.
And that was a fight to the finish with Norm Harold, huh?
Yes, it was. Came down the last relay, and it just went in my favor.
Was it on X's or on points?
It was on points.
Yeah.
I managed to keep it clean. Norm had me on X's.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, that's, I mean, heck, anytime you can be right there with Norm, it's a good day.
It is.
So that's crazy. You've had a lot of accomplishments also last year. I forget what place, but you were really close to winning the California State Championship. Just really great year. And then not long after that, you got picked up by
21st Century West.
Okay. And so that's one of the, I mean, there's not a lot of F Open team, like highly regarded sponsored teams, but that is definitely one of the better teams out there, right?
I hate to laugh. It's kind of been a little joke with the component shortage this year and last year, and with COVID and everything. Things just haven't worked out for us to actually be able to shoot as a team yet.
Okay.
So
but it should come together later this year, right?
I certainly hope so.
Okay. But that's no small feat being invited onto a team. I mean, there's maybe half a dozen, 8 really good teams out there. There's only, 5 to 7 members on each team. So, congratulations on that. I know that was a huge accomplishment. When it comes to reloading, are you a shoot to reload or a reload to shoot kind of guy?
Reload to shoot.
Yeah.
Used to be a shoot to reload and then get to go do it all over again maybe 10 years ago, but now it's more of a, when I come out here, it's business. I get it done and
move on.
Correct.
Yeah. And, talking about shooting out here at COSA, you help run the matches with Alan out here,
Yep.
and you've been a real big help to getting, different things done. But, you're one of the, kind of the figureheads for new shooters when they come. When you talk to new shooters, and whether it's here at National, Southwest, whatever it is, what's, some of the best advice, or what's kind of the thing that always goes through your head when someone comes up and just says, hey, I'm new to this. What would you say to me as I get started?
First and foremost would be to have fun. It's pretty intimidating walking onto a firing line for the first time.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're doubting your ability to shoot, your equipment, because you see all this fancy stuff up and down the line. And I think a lot of people forget that you're supposed to have fun.
Yeah, it's hard.
We all want to win, but you got to have fun.
Yeah. No, and I'll tell you, just after years of competing with Jason, he definitely is one of those guys that, good relays, bad relays, you just know he's going to come up and be smiling. And 99% of the time, right?
Yeah.
But, I can always rely on Jason to be one of those guys that, comes over. It doesn't matter how well I've shot, how bad I've shot, how good he's shot, how bad he's shot. He's always going to be one of those guys that just, like, we have a lot of these guys, and they come up to you, and you know that they're genuine about just really wishing you well and hoping that you shoot well. And, I'd say when you get to kind of the level we're at in F class, nobody wants to win because they didn't beat them, right?
Right.
And I think that's kind of weird for people to see sometimes. I hope his gun breaks, or we want to beat people.
Yes.
We want to go out. We want everybody to compete as strong as possible, and that's something that Jason really brings to the game. And it's hey, I came out and it just didn't go my way, but man, I really hope so and so can just take it from here. And so I thank you for that spirit that you bring to the matches. All right, what else do we got here? Let me see real quick. Oh, I know. So obviously we talked about your achievements. What's your next, you've been through a lot last year, tons of accomplishments. What do you want to accomplish this year, next year? Like, what's the next big accomplishment?
I think I want a good top 10 finish at a big major match.
Yeah.
This year in February at Southwest Nationals, I was really close. Going in the last day, I was running 8th place, and gun opened up a little bit. Just didn't work out for me, and I ended up in 15th, which is really good in that crowd. So cracking that top 10.
All right. Well, I know you can do it.
We'll see.
And we got nationals coming up in October, so that'll be your next crack at a top 10 finish.
Yeah, dealing with a little bit of a temperamental barrel or temperamental me right now. Have a couple good ones still in the safe, so
Yeah.
I guess if I have to, I can go there. But
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. What process do you think? Obviously you've been reloading for a while, a lot of different calibers. What process do you think people really just like overthink? They overanalyze it. Maybe they buy too many different tools to try to solve the problem. Like which one what do you think people overthink?
run out.
Run out, concentricity, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
You can shoot crooked bullets. I mean, run out makes absolutely no difference. If you'll look, you will not find a run out gauge. I couldn't tell you what my ammo has for run out.
Yeah.
That's why I think that that is one of the most overthought things. Run out will tell you if you have a problem in alignment here.
Sure. Yeah.
Or if you had a weird cut chamber or totally unsquared bolt face or something. But as far as how it pertains to accuracy downrange, I think it makes zilch.
All right, that's fair. I mean, I'm going to guess that the caveat is as long as you're using good equipment, good brass, good bullets.
Correct.
That kind of stuff.
I'm not picking on anybody or any product or anything, but that awesome 419 press, right? I mean, I'd love to have one here, but I'm content with what I have.
Yeah.
There were so many questions. What's the run out? What's the run out?
Yeah.
It's like, doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Looking at some of your components, obviously, you've done a good job of kind of stockpiling in the past, and I know you haven't been able to buy a lot lately. You've had a couple friends chip in to keep you shooting. But in a perfect world, what are your non-negotiables for components? Like when it comes to brass?
Lapua brass, burger bullets.
Burger bullets, all right. Powder?
I have a shelf full of 4350.
Yeah.
It works for me. I've shot 4831. I've not really ever shot Reloader 16 or a bit of 4555. Those are ones that I want to play with at some point, but 4350's always worked for me. It works in my 284. It works in my 6 Creedmoor. It works in my 6.5 Creedmoor hunting gun that I have.
But the powders are a little less of you're a little more negotiable in the powders than the bullets. And I interrupted you. You were going to say something about your bullets down there.
I got these bullets here that work great, but yeah, burger bullets, Lapua brass, those are non-negotiables.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Obviously something I ask everybody, no matter what their reloading experience is. If you could have a definitive answer on one thing about reloading, what would it be?
I got nothing for you there.
No?
It'd take me a minute. Maybe by the end it'll come into my head.
When it comes to your actual reloading room, is this set up, how you kind of want? I know it's been a little bit of a work in progress, but is there a plan to, kind of, now that you have a lot of the tools that you want, is this going to get reorganized? Is this going to get changed? Or is this pretty much how you plan on reloading?
I think this winter there will be a little bit of reorganizing. When this was first put together, I was just getting into F-class, but I knew I wanted a nice big reloading bench with plenty of space. I think just to have a good flow through the room process, you go start here, work this way, or start here, go that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't keep the most spotless reloading room ever. I'm not that OCD person. I'm fine with this. But currently, I do a lot of my sizing and stuff here. I do my annealing and trimming here, my priming here, and then powder and seat and bullets. I think I mentioned I recently ordered the plate that goes with the CPS from F-Class Products. So it should be here next week.
That's cool.
And that's to help get this out of the way, to do that and make this kind of an in and out thing, prime where I want, to help clear this out a bit.
Yeah. And have you been happy? Some of these tools you haven't had long. You got the Gerode last year. I know you already can't pry it away. The CPS is relatively new for you.
Yeah, I got that just before Southwest Nationals.
Okay. And Auto Trickler,
I had the V2 for a number of years. The V4 I got as well right before Southwest Nationals.
Okay. Okay, so you had experience with the V2.
Correct.
Okay, well, that's good to know. All right, well, hey, Jason, as always, I always appreciate when people take time to let me do this in their reloading room. I know it's never easy sharing things like this, but you know, I appreciate everything you do for the shooting sports. I think you're an incredible ambassador for it, and we'll see you out at the range tomorrow.
Thanks.